show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. The Dolphins at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Hurts throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On second down, this is Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A gain of 22. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Cook.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. And here they force a turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Cousins. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Cook again.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got room.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Four yards remain for second down.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when offense...
Touchdown, Vikings! Herb Smith Jr. from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings have taken the lead.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive...
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
They'll go Madison up the middle, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. That's a heck of a way to convert on third and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. Third and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hurts.
On the screen, this is Edmonds.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down.
Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit is going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Cousins again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go option to the short side. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Hill. He's got it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
.42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 1st down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Miami, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a role like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Kill But your leader in gazebo did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.